Okay, then I think now it worked.
Technology, beautiful.
Technology. All right, let's see. Um,
We live. We on
Dub. I
Twitter.
meet the
We
banner.
live
I
on
forgot the
Twitter. Bring
banner.
the money.
Hold up. Randy Cruz, Denny Blanco. It's in the game podcast live
There
Tuesday
it is.
morning, April 23rd, on the
There it is.
heels of the probably one of the greatest Nick games I've seen in quite some time. Knicks beat Philadelphia in game two. It's a lot to unpack, but if you're watching us on Twitter or on YouTube, you can see in the bottom of the screen. You can follow us on the TikTok and Instagram. It's in the game pod. Subscribe to youtube.com/cruise control podcast. Give us a follow. Follow us on social media at Sir Denny Blanco, at Randy J. Cruz. Any questions or comments or feedback, hit us up in the chat. We would love to read your reaction to Philadelphia, New York from last night. So, Denny Blanco, when this was happening in real time, I texted you. I didn't get a reply, so I figured my man is probably busy with family or asleep. And I said, I know he's not sleeping during this crazy outcome of the Knicks in Philadelphia. And I said, you know what? When we do the podcast tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have it queued up. So you probably saw the clips and everything this morning, but I'm gonna replay this whole scenario of how this game ended last night when you probably went to bed thinking Philly was gonna win, and you woke up and found out the Knicks won the game. You probably like, holy shit, what the fuck happened last night, right?
40 seconds left in 40 seconds left in regulation, down 4. I thought the Knicks were going to lose.
All right, so let me, bro.
That's a
This
fact.
whole
That's what I
this
thought.
whole thing was madness last night, and I can't even imagine the people who were watching it live in the Garden and what they were going through. But let me cue this up, right? So everybody following on Twitter and the YouTube, we got this play queued up. We got the MSG feed, not TNT, because real Knicks fans watch MSG. So let me hit play. So Denny Blanco, this is exactly what happened last night with Philly and the Knicks. Knicks down by 5, 41 seconds to go, and just became pure fucking madness. Here we go.
Back to Brunson. Brunson double team, splits the defense. Lowry takes it away, picked up by DiVincenzo. 8 on the 24. DiVincenzo, corner to Brunson. Sidestep, three-pointer. Shot, it's good! Took the bounce and went in. 2-point game. Ball knocked loose. And Maxey gets knocked down. Hart takes it away. Out top to DiVincenzo. His shot won't go. Hartenstein the rebound.
Crazy.
Hartenstein gets it out to
Oh,
Anunoby.
my God.
DiVincenzo a three. Bang! Bang! Knicks take a 1-point lead with 13 seconds remaining.
Bro. let me. All right, you know what? I'll let you go first, man. You're finding out the day after. What was your reaction to seeing this game unfold differently when you went to bed last night?
40 up. They were up 4 with 40 seconds left in regulation. I thought the Knicks would toast. So I said, I got to catch up on some sleep because I got an early morning. Lo and behold, look what happens.
Right.
First and foremost, let's go through. I'm replaying the whole entire scenario clearly. Shout out to Jalen Brunson being the engine that could, even though he played, he's being defended very, very well. He's being defended very, very well.
Yeah.
It still doesn't matter. The Knicks still find a way to win. That should tell you everything you know. That's number one. Number two, Joel Embiid is dropping 30-something. What did he drop? 30. He dropped 34 and 10 on a bad knee.
on one leg. On one leg.
He on one knee? He's
much.
on one knee giving you 30, 34? That should tell you everything you know how good Joel Embiid could possibly be.
Yeah.
Healthy. Because he's 50%. He's not. He's 50%.
No, you're right. You're right.
He's 50% giving you 30. So I'm just like, wow. That's one point. Shout out to Tyrese Maxey. If I'm a Sixers fan, look at the box score. Yeah. Look at the box score. Forget the last play.
He's a killer, bro.
Look at the box score. Yeah. Go from there. Let's start there. Look at how many people was plus minus. Let's go there. Then you want to let's go to the sequence. Now you may say after Jalen hits his 3.
Yeah.
Why didn't Nick Nurse call timeout? I saw that question, and I'm asking why.
All right, so you see Kyle Lowry trying to get the ball inbound. You see Mike Nurse see him right there with the timeout, right?
He called timeout. They didn't see it.
About to say, but he's not demonstrative, like on the floor getting the. Bro, it's mad shit going on right now. No one's gonna see you on the sideline like that.
You gotta dive on.
Right,
you gotta dive on the floor.
Then
you gotta dive on the floor like this. You gotta dive on the floor, literally. Get. He still has time. He's still yelling timeout, right?
Okay, now he starts moving. They don't get it.
Wow. Wet.
Bro.
Wow. The Knicks won that game. Well, you could say the Sixers lost that game.
Yeah.
You could say the Sixers lost that game. The Knicks didn't win that game per se. But the Sixers lost that game, bro. That's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know what. Yeah, Nick Nurse literally had to dive on the floor. He would have had to dive on the floor in order for the refs to. But is that his? Is he supposed to do that?
Who, Nurse?
How much more do you need to
do what?
Call timeout. How much more demonstrative do you need your man to be? The man dove it. I mean, no, he didn't dive. Excuse me. I was about to say, you'd be like, yo, you gotta be Eric Spoelstra. You gotta jump out,
bro. In a playoff matchup like that, you gotta get on the court, bro. You gotta.
Like I said, you gotta dive on the court.
You gotta dive on the court. You gotta step on. Like I've seen many coaches from Spoelstra and other people like, yo, timeout, and they on the court like a player.
Like a player, that's what I said. Yep, like a player.
You gotta make it known, like, bro, I want a timeout right. You stand in one spot. It's 19,000 people screaming their ass off. If Nick Nurse ain't moving around, they gonna think you're a fan.
He had to dive on the floor like he was injured. He had to literally go like this. He had to fall on the floor, like literally. They would have to stop play because it looks like the head coach is involved. Look, it had to have been like Jeff Van Gundy grabbing on Alonzo Mourning's leg. Exactly, that's how aggressive.
So you want the box score, right? So here you go.
Oh, I don't want the box score. Them Sixers fans don't want the box score. Bro.
I mean, look, listen. For you to get 30 plus from Embiid and Maxey and still lose that game.
Maxey wasn't fully they said he was sick, allegedly. He was sick. Embiid has one leg. Okay. Now,
right.
Sixers fans, you got a one-legged center, and then you have one of the other all-stars who has is not feeling very well. What are you getting from everyone else? Shout out to Tommy Beer. I want to pull up a stat he pulled up. Shout out to Tommy Beer on Twitter.
Okay.
He pulled up there was a stat, something to the effect of, let me pull it up. I don't want to mess it up. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me see if I can pull it up. But there was a stat that basically said that, if I can remember, there it goes.
What was
Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson has scored a shot has made less than 10 shots. Jalen Brunson has made less than 10 shots in 2 games in his whole entire career. Did you hear what I just said? Jalen Brunson has only made less than 10 shots, and this was one of the 2. He takes 25 plus shots a game. Every game. This game he took 29. So he takes 25 plus shots a game every game. He never makes less than 10 shots. He made 8. He made 8 yesterday. That should tell you how consistent he is as a player over the period of time in the NBA. And that goes to show you last night, if Jalen Brunson shoots terrible, what will the Knicks do? How will they respond? Also, Sixers fans, replay that. If you replay that last possession, forget the fouls that LeBron's talking about. There were no fouls. It was just a busted play. But if you want to replay that sequence, again, Embiid is on one leg.
Correct.
When Dante's first shot went up, do you know who grabbed the rebound?
Hartenstein.
You know whose man that was?
Joel Embiid. No, I think there was a stat, and I want to make sure I got it right. Maybe I overheard it wrong, but they said Joel Embiid did not have a rebound in the whole second half, some shit like that, or did not get a rebound in the fourth quarter.
Embiid.
Because by that time,
he did have 10 boards, right?
Yeah, he probably had 10 boards, but all like in the first half or the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, it was like by that point he's like spent, because whenever he got subbed out, you saw his face like, yo, I'm fucking tired, bro. I need a rest. But it's just the fact that it goes to show you how well put together this Knicks team is, where they're never going to be out of a game. You could be down 5, down 8, no matter what, they're going to scrap until it's 0-0-0 on the clock. And it showed last night, you're down 5. And the whole scenario of Brunson not playing well the first 2 games, gets a lucky bounce for the 3. All right, now we're down 2. You probably get an in-ball inbounded, do the foul shooting game, but then somehow you get a steal. They said Maxey got fouled. It's probably borderline yes and borderline no, depending on who you ask.
Randy.
Yeah.
Nick Nurse still had that time.
I was on a roll. What's up?
Oh, Nick Nurse had that timeout, sidebar.
No, you're right. You're right. Even so, when Kyle Lowry couldn't get the ball inbounded, timeout right there. You already know that. You know what? 3 seconds, 4. Yo, timeout. But then that gives the defense time to figure out what they want to do on that side. So when the ball gets inbounded and there's a scrap going on, and Dante is so wide open
because everybody's in the paint. Because everybody's in the paint.
Everybody's in the paint. He's so wide open, and then you see Hartenstein, and this is the beauty of Hartenstein. He gets the rebound. Do you know how many Sixers were in the paint when that happened?
All of them.
Bro, like 4 red jerseys.
All of them.
He came in like, whoop. Then a little scramble. And the thing with OG, once OG got the ball, he was like, nope. I'm like, yo, I see Dante wide open, my man right there. And just Dante's quick release, it's so effortless. And just to do that reminded me of the Robert Horry Lakers joint against Sacramento. The whole scramble, boom, back to the top of the key, quick release, Batum reaching out like Weber, cash. And I was like, holy shit, wow, I can't believe what I just saw.
It wasn't, again, it's not supposed to happen that way. You have the timeout, then you have the scramble, you still have the timeout, and then no box out. Hartenstein from the top of the key runs straight into the paint and grabs the rebound. Embiid saw Hartenstein and turned around. Could it be because his knee is not healthy enough to jump out to Hartenstein and turn around? Possibly. Yeah. Your man is injured. I mean, he's not injured. He's hurt. He's hurt real bad.
Yeah.
He's hurt real bad, and he's playing through it. If this is supposed to be for his legacy, it's not like his legacy is going to be tarnished. Again, high screen by Hart, dive on the floor. No position. Okay, they have here. Okay, boom, right? Into the paint, kick out. Jalen Brunson hits a 3. Boom, right? Kyle Lowry, timeout.
Right here, timeout.
Timeout. Didn't call timeout. Now, mind you, loose ball. There's a ref standing right there. Okay, 3-pointer. Look, OG. Look, say no box out, and then game over. No box out by Embiid. Game over. But are you expecting Embiid to run out there and box out with one leg? No. So, yeah, man, that's it. We're gonna go down. You're gonna go down to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go down to Philly, and y'all gonna get roughed up.
Who, us?
Yeah. You think the Sixers putting out? You think the Sixers putting out? Oh, we not getting fouls and this, that, and the third. Going home ain't gonna do something. Oh yeah. Y'all gonna get roughed up. I ain't say y'all gonna lose the game, but y'all going down I-95 to get roughed up. Y'all bring your shoulder pads, bring your knee pads, bring everything, all your protection, your headgear, all that. You're about to play 8-on-5.
I don't expect nothing less. It is playoffs. It is game 3. In watching so many playoff games in the past, we know how once games 1 and 2 are done, you go to game 3, their home court, their environment, their fan base. The calls might go their way more so than often, which is fine. The more physical,
home court advantage.
Come with a hot start, couple baskets. You know what I'm saying? Get the crowd energized. But then it's like seeing his team every game. Like, all right, we down with that too. We down with the being physical and all that. Like, we want to scrap, we'll scrap. So it don't matter if it's in the Garden or in Philadelphia or whatever series. I think this team is up for the task. And like I said before, it don't matter what time of the game it is. You can't count them out. And I think just again, they're gonna say, "Oh, Embiid is hurt and Maxi's injured, sick." You know, last time I checked, we had an all-star on just had surgery on his shoulder, 25, 10, and 5. That's on the bench right now.
All NBA,
NBA All-Star, 25, 10, and 5, 3-time All-Star while being with the Knicks. So we got him on the sidelines too.
You do?
So because if that man was playing, if Randall was playing, again, I know we up 2-0, but I think everything would look more crispier and smooth than what we got going on. And Brunson is not playing his best basketball right now, and you're up 2-0.
That's the point. But that's what I was waiting for the whole season.
Yeah.
We haven't had games and it's great that it happens during the playoffs. It's brilliant. I was waiting all season I'm like, okay, not all season, excuse me, like December to December. Once we knew Randall was down, and this was, it was going to be Jalen or bust going forward for the season. I was trying to see, okay, if Jalen plays bad, what's going to happen? If he doesn't make his shots, what's going to happen? And you see Josh Hart, 21 points, 15 boards.
Your man played he played the whole game. He probably missed 2 minutes in the first 2 games.
Once again, you have to look at the plus minus. Sixers fans, plus minus. Joel Embiid, +3. And then you have Maxi. Maxi was -3. Joel Embiid was +3. And so Kyle Lowry and Joel Embiid are your only guys the plus minus. Kyle Lowry, +6. And Embiid. That's it. Everybody else is minus. But if you look at the Knicks, everyone's plus. All the guys that need to be plus: Jalen, Josh, even Vincenzo, +11. Hardenstein, +1. OG, +1. Bogey came in and said, "Yo, let me give me some set threes to light you up real quick."
And that part will go underrated. But when Bogey got in the game, he made 2 big threes.
Lights.
You saw the momentum shift. So like game 1, it was like, all right, Deuce and your Josh Hart and your Mitchell Robinsons.
There you go.
Game 2, Dante, Bogey, Josh Hart again, Hartenstein. When your main player Brunson is not playing well, you got 3 or 4 guys that are stepping up big time. Like, you know what, we got this. We know what's going on. We see what's going on. We're gonna make big shots. We're gonna make key plays, and I think that's the main focal point of why the Knicks are up 2-0.
Well, and then also too, shout out to Mitchell Robinson, shout out to Isaiah Hartenstein's defense. So don't get it twisted. Yes, I just said Embiid is scored 35 and 10 on one leg. However, he's all world.
Yeah.
Okay, he's all world. Hartenstein's getting up in him. He's literally in his face. He's everywhere. But Hartenstein ended up with 14-8.
Yeah.
He was taking it. He was taking it to Embiid when he needed to. It wasn't like Embiid had a time off. He was taking it to Embiid. Like, yo, no, you gonna get some offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
You gonna have 4 assists. Great passer. But what did I tell you when Mitchell Robinson went down? What did I tell you? I want the world to recognize. I want you to acknowledge me.
Mm-hmm.
What did I tell you when Mitchell Robinson went down?
I don't recall offhand, but
shit.
I don't.
No. I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna remind you, and then you can confirm if I'm bugging.
Okay.
I said Mitchell Robinson goes down. I said this is better for your team because Isaiah Hartenstein's a better passer than Mitchell Robinson. Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, now I do. Yeah.
There you go. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
And we also had the conversation about when Mitchell does come back,
he has to go to the bench.
Isaiah would remain in the starting 5. Yeah.
Told you. It's exactly what I said in December because I was just like, yo.
Yeah. And to Mitchell's credit, he's been like doing very well at that spot.
Mitchell's getting his money.
Yeah.
He's getting his money. So at this point, he's looking like, well, we're winning with Hartenstein playing.
Yeah.
Your man on Twitter was like, yeah, I'll come off the bench. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem. I'll come off the bench.
If that requires us to have a better chance of winning and not fuck up the rotation and the chemistry, I'll come off the bench.
Fuck around.
I'm fine with that.
Fuck around, Randy. I'm all about matchups, and I just like to think about different matchups, right?
Yeah.
And I look at Boston and Denver as a matchup for the finals.
Okay.
And I think Boston doesn't match up very well with Denver. But you know who does?
The Knicks.
First and foremost, you need centers.
Yeah.
You need defensive centers who can defend, not so much stop Joker, defend him and grab boards when he misses. The Knicks have 3.
Well, yeah, Hartenstein, Mitchell, they got Precious, and Sims.
You got four centers, 6 fouls. That's what 24. What's it? 24. My math is off. 24 fouls. Okay, if my math is correct, 24 fouls. Okay, I'm a communications major. Don't hate on me.
Yeah, I went to summer school for math twice. So we good.
There you go. God bless. God bless. You. Yeah. So the concept is that's the concept, and I'm happy for Knicks fans in terms of what they're experiencing. Hopefully, when they go down to Philly, it's a go. When it comes to the other games that we're dealing with,
So when you went to bed, obviously you did not see the Nuggets and Lakers game 2 in its entirety or nothing, right?
Yeah, no, none of that. And so I did the watch replay this morning, and I posted this online. I still want to get information from people that I posted. I posted some more. The question I posted online on Twitter, which is teams in the NBA now up 20. Are they losing games because of bad officiating? Are they losing games? Excuse me, losing the lead because of bad officiating, because of good offense. Third is bad offense by the team that's leading, or a combination of those 3. We can't sit here and say teams are losing 20-point leads without talking about their bad shot selection, like I talked about with John. Lakers are up 20. From what I'm reading, Lakers up 14 in game 1 and up 20 game 2.
They were up 20 last night. I don't recall game 1, but last night they were up by 20, 21. And I'm thinking, oh, this is finally the Lakers got some chemistry, some groove. It's gonna be 1-1. And just like you, bro, I was doing some stuff in the house, and I turned back TNT, and I'm like, oh, this is like a 3-point game and a 4-point game, and LeBron does a dunk and they go up 3 and this and then Jamal Murray game winning. I'm like, oh my.
Now
God.
you saw that last couple of possessions. Now, just for you Lakers fans, just what I saw. LeBron got fouled on the layup past KCP. So that would have put them up 3. Technically, right? It would have been an and 1. So instead of it being a 1-point game, it would have been a 3-point game. Okay? That's one thing I noticed. That was a foul against LeBron. So if the NBA comes back and says, oh, we missed one, go fuck yourself. That was a foul. That was a foul. Secondly, you get the pick and roll with AD and Murray, and Murray delivers. Murray was off all game until the fourth quarter. What do? Step back fadeaway for the win over who? Anthony Davis, the guy who said he's supposed to be defensive player of the year. The NBA hates him, and he's supposed to be defensive player of the year. He does everything well. One way to silence the critics would have been to stop Murray, because you said you guard 1 through 5, right? AD.
Right.
He shook you. He sized you up. He dipped his shoulder, took a step back, and hit you. See, not me wide open. He's supposed to take that, even though he missed it. He's supposed to take that shot. Oh, so it's tie game. Okay, so they would have been up 1 with that LeBron and 1 if he makes that free throw.
Yeah,
it's a high pick and roll again. Here comes Joker, and they set that screen. Now, I mean, hey, straight up, game over.
Wow.
1-on-1. Defensive player of the year.
I mean, that's a tough shot, bro. Like I saw Murray say,
fading away from a 7-footer.
Like he jumped so like higher, I guess, on his natural shooting motion. He said, "I jumped higher." Like, obviously, I see AD right in front of me. But yeah, like, I mean, in that point, it shouldn't even come down to that, bro. Like, you're up by 20.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody gonna say foul calls and referees, and I get it, but it shouldn't have to come down to this, bro.
I want somebody from the Lakers, a fan from the Lakers, any fan, hit me up, Sir Denny Blanco on Twitter. Let me know. So do you recall when they were up 20? What time during the game, Randy?
I want to say, damn, I know it was either late first half or early second half that they had a comfortable lead. I do want to say that. So even if you went into the second half up 20, you had 24 minutes to keep that lead. And to go back to Philly, is like when you lose a game like that, a game that you pretty much had in your hands, and then now you go home for game 3. Obviously, you might feel demoralized of like what just transpired, but then it's like, can we just get one to build that confidence for your team? Like, all right, because obviously, if you lose game 3, it's over. Ain't nobody coming back from 3-0.
The reason why I ask you about that lead and when it was happening, it was just like from that point on, I want a Lakers fan to tell me every shot the Lakers took were good shots. I want Lakers fan to tell me that before we jump into this conversation of, oh, it was the refs. Things happen, yes. But when you're up 20, you're up 14, what are you doing to sustain that lead is my question. That's all I'm asking. What are you doing to sustain that lead? Are you going to the free throw line? Are you attacking the rim? Are you taking high percentage shots? And if the answer is no, then you can't blame the refs. Even D'Lo getting smacked in the face, that is a fair point, LeBron. Why have a replay center if they can't get it right?
Oh, you're right. You're right. D'Lo did get smacked in the face. Why they don't call it, I really don't know. It's because it's like we get mad. The referees, they make the bullshit calls, but they don't make the obvious calls. And that's all. Like NBA, the pro, G League, street ball. Like if you see the foul, why don't you call a foul? But then you call this phantom joint to be a makeup. Like, nah, just call what you see.
I have no answers for why those situations happen. I have no answers for why refs don't call fouls when it's a foul. I mean, even when it be empty, it be a quiet arena, guy goes to the hole. This is how blatant it is. And I think you've seen this many a times. You'll have your volume on loud.
Yeah.
Watching a game. You'll hear a slap through the TV of a guy going to the hole, to the rim. You'll hear a slap, a blatant slap.
Mm-hmm.
Ref won't call nothing. And the guy will land and be like, "You didn't hear that? You didn't? The whole arena heard that. You didn't hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I didn't see it. But did you hear it?" This is the concept where it's discombobulated. It's confusing. It's frustrating, at least for LA. I imagine it's frustrating for LA fans because you want things to go your way. But once again, if you're up 20, you're up 14, you got to seal the deal. There's no question.
And you're right, bro. I think we're just in that. Excuse me. I know we're just probably in that time frame of NBA where, bro, you can have a 20-point lead, 25, 30-point lead. Like, no lead is safe.
No, but see, that's the thing.
In a playoff game, up 20.
Their leads that are safe. Their leads that are safe. Once again, I'm going to have this argument till I'm blue in the face, which is fine. Miami lost against Boston the first game. Boston was like up by 30.
Yeah.
And I think they lost the fourth quarter. Miami was coming back.
Right, but I think if you have the talent that can get you the lead back or dwindle the lead down, no lead is safe. So, like, Denver, defending champion. If you're up by 20 on them, all right, there may be a chance they're going to come back.
But Miami came back, and they only have, technically they only have Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Heroes there. Heroes there, and they got other players, other pieces, but they had no Jimmy, and they made a run. They made like a 26-3-4 run in the fourth quarter. Don't get me wrong, the game was decided, but they dwindled down the lead. And that's the problem. Bad shot selection, bad decision making, turnovers. That will come and get you. But I am on the run once again. I apologize, ladies.
Before you go, I know you got to go. Do you know how much AD and Joker had last night? Before you go, last point.
I don't. Point. What did AD have?
AD had 32 and 11, but I don't think he scored in the fourth quarter. I think that's what I saw on the TV this morning. I don't think he scored, and I think he probably took one shot in the fourth quarter. So prior to the fourth, he had 32 and 11.
Once again, I say this about Anthony Davis. You can give me rebounds, you can give me block shots, but if you're not scoring consistently or scoring when we need you to score, it's a problem. It's a huge problem all the time. It is what it is. It's in the game podcast. Randy J. Cruz, Sir Denny Blanco. Once again, we're breaking down this NBA free for all of playoffs.
and last point before you go, Joker. You probably just sign off like Joker 27, 20, and 10.
Listen,
27, 20, and 10.
27, 20, and 10. A triple double, a triple 20 double. All right. Yeah, he's not your MVP. He's not your MVP.
All right. Well, Shai Gilgeous.
He's not your MVP. He's not your MVP.
Shai Gilgeous. I mean, Joker won it twice already. He won it twice.
You just said, yeah.
That's cool. That's all right. That's all right.
20's all right.
At Sir Denny Blanco on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
TikTok at Sir Denny Blanco, at Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter J C R U Z. Appreciate anybody who was tapping in live here on YouTube and on Twitter. Find us on TikTok. It's in the game pod. YouTube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, comment, rate, give us a thumbs up. Want you guys to get more involved as we do these playoff shows live. whenever me and Dennis have time to do it. We might get back on it tonight. Tonight, who's on tonight? Hold on. I think it's Pelicans and Thunder, and it might be Boston and Miami, right? Let me see real quick.
Might be, but off the top of my head, I don't know. But
tonight, I'm sorry, today, Indiana, Milwaukee, and Dallas and the Clippers. So Milwaukee's up 1-0 and Clippers up 1-0. So we'll probably reconvene later on tonight after Milwaukee and Indiana. Also Minnesota and Phoenix. So we got three games tonight. So we'll see what happens. But again, man, appreciate the feedback. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Any feedback is greatly appreciated. From myself, Randy Cruz, Denny Blanco, It's in the Game podcast. We out.
Holla at you, boys.
Yes, sir.